back to Bloons Go Boom. We are working through the ancient portal, which is part of the new update number 45 that just came out, and we are trying to get it all the way to chimps mode. So welcome back to the journey. We've already beaten it on standards. Now we're moving on to the alternate balloons round. If you want to see how we beat it on standard with Sauda as our hero, go check out that video. It's on our page. A couple things we learned throughout that run is that this is a very short track, goes through this portal, and you can pick whichever side you'd like it to go through. We're going to keep it right here for now because I think it's going to be important to our current strategy. We are going to be putting our hero down first. If you place them on any of these little crescent moon shapes, they gain these different buffs. So there's a couple different ones for each one. So it's either camo or the ability to be pop every type of balloon. There's extra popping power and range, extra experience and cooldown for your abilities, extra pierce, and faster throwing speed. So I'm going to place her right here. I know she already has the ability to do camo, but because this is an alternate balloons round, we really want this ability right here to be able to pop anything, not just with her ability. Her ability allows her to pop lead balloons, but there's such a stretch of lead and lead camos that we need her to be able to pop them for us. So we're going to do that first, and we're going to dive right in. If you've played any of the different any of the content that came out in this new update, whether it be the new boss, this new map, and any of its different modes, let me know what you think, because I really like the update that they came out with. I think it's been a lot of fun to play. Alright, we're going to start seeing some more camos coming up here shortly, followed by some lead. Oop, shouldn't have let that go by. Right now I want to put a submarine here anyway. Probably should have put that down earlier. Whoops. We're going to keep going though. Normally I would restart the whole video for that, but... And then we want to get it to be able to stretch the ability to see where they see. This also allows this submarine to see camo because she can see camo. But it won't be able to see camo in just the sub's range. And then because we're going to have some more lead coming up that yes, she'll be able to deal with, I want to make sure that we can get this up to the heat tipped darts, because that's going to allow them to pop lead as well. I'm always trying to think ahead in my strategy of what needs to be popped next, or what do I not have the ability to pop, whether it's lead camo, do I have the ability to really mess with purple balloons, or even a fortified Moab like we're going to see on round 40 here, making sure that we've got that ability to pop anything that's coming up, or like DDTs when we get to the later rounds. That's what really helps runs last longer, or you just not feel like you made a dumb mistake by forgetting something. So there we go. Now that we've got that heat tip dart, we could move this portal over, but it would block this sub from being able to see anything over here. So it really would cut half of our towers out, really all of our towers, because she would be unable to look over here too, and we would just kind of be giving up at least some points for no real reason. It is a slightly longer track over here, and it curves back on itself, so we would have a little bit more ability to see, but I like this a little bit more, especially with this sub strategy. So we're starting to gain some money right now, so let's put this up to build some economy. And knowing that round 40 is not really that far away, I want to build up an economy quickly so I can put up some powerful towers that are going to be able to take out a fortified Moab and then whatever comes next. And I know it says round 80 up here, but we always take these challenges all the way to round 100 to get that insta-monkey. So let me know what insta-monkey you think it's going to be. In our last video, we got a 301 Spike Factory, which I think was a really good one to get. I love the Spike Factory monkeys too. They're really cool. But I think this time it's going to be a mer monkey. Don't ask me what I think that I just saw it over here. Alright, we're going to upgrade this to a marketplace. Get this one ready to be upgraded to a marketplace. Oh, we're letting a couple stragglers go through, so what's the best way for us to deal with those? How about we do this? We get a Druid of the Jungle with Hard Thorn, so that way it can pop any type of balloon except camos. But it can pop them anywhere on our track, which is very, very helpful. Boop. Now I like this strategy a lot because we're really dealing with a lot of space. So here, watch while I do that. Our druid can attack anywhere on the track because of what it sees. This can attack, the submarine can attack anywhere that anyone else can see. So we're really, almost dealing with infinite range. It's like we have snipers all over the place. So having that ability is really, really helpful. We're building up our income very quickly, so let's do the ballistic missile upgrade, making the sub much more powerful. And I'd like to get up to this first strike capability sometime soon because that ability really does wreck Moab level threats. Place a helicopter up here. We're going to give him pursuit so that we don't have to be covering it the whole time and knowing where it has to go. And we're also going to try to give it Moab shove because these are fortified Moabs we're working with here, and we want to be able to pause them in their tracks like we're doing now. We want to trap it up here in the top and not let it start its descent down here because they're so... it's not that they're fast, it's that this track is so short that if they make it through this portal and we're not working fast enough, they're gone. But now we're working with some serious income coming through. We're protecting ourselves from these Moabs because now it's going to take 2 Moabs to even continue it through. If there's only a single, this helicopter has the ability to push it back. Could go up to the Comanche defense. I want to wait right now and see if we can't get to the first strike ability here pretty quickly. There we go. And because this is such a spooky themed one, we got to have a necromancer monkey out here, right? Feels like it's just necessary. Let's get a spooky boy going out here. I like that location. A lot of times I will change the location because they start so far, but because this has this kind of spiral motion to it, I think it sets up close enough to the starting point, and I think we'll be okay. Let's add a third farm right here to get some more powerful towers going a little bit sooner. Ideally, I'd like to have another submarine right here reducing the cooldown for this one, and I'd like to get this one all the way up to its 250 setting. Let's start getting that jungle bounty. Yes, this one, the Spirit of the Forest. Little late use of the ability right there. We could have used it on that red Moab a little easier. Just to protect ourselves, I'm going to put a spike factory here at the end, so if anything does wind up getting through, then we're protected. But really, this is a strategy at this point. We can kind of let it run for a little while, use the ability on those Moabs, and do, pose some sort of a problem. And this strategy really will take us to nearly the very end. And you'll notice when you use Sato's ability where she clears the path, she only does it on whichever side that the portal is on, so I can't really see that there's a time where you portal and have people on both sides, but still, it's just interesting to see that most of the time, even if it's multiple tracks, it shows her going up all of them. It's interesting that she doesn't do that on this one. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's just meant to be that way, but I just thought that was interesting. We're almost to the point where you get that Spirit of the Forest. And, that'll pretty much take us all the way through to the end because it's such a powerful tiered monkey. And boom, there it is. Now having these different colored thorns, these thorns right here do the most damage, the ones that are right next to it, and then they get a little bit weaker as they go out and get farther away, like these ones over here are the weakest. So, oh, we leveled up, that's cool. And I know it's a monkey knowledge and it's supposed to add benefit to it, but I almost never use this unless I misclick something. This ability where it pops all of them and it does damage with it, I think that's great, but it takes so long for them to grow back and cover these different parts by the time you pop it, by the time it comes back. I think it's just as much damage as would have happened before as the balloon is traveling down. So if it's like a bat or something like that, I don't think it's worth it to pop all of these thorns that are on the track. But that's my opinion. Let me know if you think differently or if you know the math and you know it is different and I'm incorrect. Okay, let's get down here and let's get this reactor going. We're going to do it with the twin guns. It doesn't necessarily do a whole lot of difference which one you do it with. The pierce and everything remains very similar. If you need it to pop lead, obviously go with this second one with the heat tip darts. This one has a little bit more pierce, but everything I've seen that they're not very different. Whichever path you go through, you're mostly doing it for this Balloon-tonium reactor benefits and the Energizer benefits. I'm going to get these perma spikes next because since they're almost permanent, it makes it very, very difficult for them to get through the end point here. And that's really what we're looking for. We obviously the whole game is about keeping them out of the back. Alright, round 78 and 79 we're going to save all of our abilities for the round 80 Moab. Let's upgrade this helicopter. Here we go, here's our round 80. And it's just multiple ZOMG Moabs. There we go. Victory, got through 80, but you guys know what we're going to do. We're going to keep going the free play. We need that free Insta-Monkey. Let me know what you thought of that strategy, though, just getting through 80 in the alternate balloon rounds. Was there something you would have done differently, started the game, or would you have had a different hero? Let me know in the comments below. I look forward to seeing how you guys attack this map. get all the way up to Comanche Defender here, Comanche Commander. The farther we get down the track, the more they're going to help out. But that's why I think this first strike ability is just crazy good. Actually, let's do that first. This preemptive strike is great. So this is every single time a Moab comes into the spawn, it's going to pop off this essentially the same ability. It triggers a strike. So you'll see how fast they actually wind up coming out when there's more and more Moab spawning. Like this. Boom, 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 boom. They all just have no idea what they're doing. And then everything else cleans them up. The Thorns from the Spirit of the Forest, the Necromancer Bloons, the Comanche, and then of course our hero here. They're cleaning everything up, but it's really the submarine doing a lot of the heavy lifting at the moment. Yeah, let's do this first actually. Let's put a Prince of Darkness out here. Because then these become bigger. They're reincarnated Moabs instead, which are significantly stronger. With only 10 rounds to go, I'm not going to upgrade these banana farms right now. I'm just going to kind of let them go, and actually I'm going to sell them here in a moment just to be able to use them for something else, because like I said, we're only going to take this all the way through round 100. If I'm going for higher rounds, obviously I'm going to upgrade these. I'm going to have more of them. I'm going to do a whole lot more different things. I'm trying to do a high round, get a Vengeful True Sun God or anything of that nature, get Paragons, anything like that. Alright, 94. This is about the time I'm going to start selling these off. Using that money for something else. One of my favorite high round strategies is always to get this Spike Factory. And actually, here I'll show you and get the Super Mines. I think it's one of the strongest things in the entire game. It's fun to watch them explode and cause as much deadly damage as they do. But considering that's not really what's going to happen this round, I'm actually just going to get a plane in the centered path and get all the way to the Spectre. And then I am going to do the spy plane as well, just because I wanted it to be able to target these DDTs that are coming out, so it needs the camo property to be able to do that. That's got a lot of power behind it, that's got a lot of damage, and it's automatic, it's not going to miss with the never miss targeting system. So, with the third upgrade on that bottom path. And you can see between that, between the helicopter, between the submarine, the Necromancer, and the Thorns, I mean, it is just eating up. Even though it's a short track, nothing's getting down here. To this guy, he's only had 74 damage done this whole round, and that's good. I'd rather have very little damage done than be needed the entire time. So here's our BAD, that's on 99 because this is an alternate Bloons round run. And here's our big one. And I'm going to slow it down here for just a moment just so I can get another for strike ability. Because I just really want to make sure that I'm using as much of this as I can. Actually, let's see if we can get a third one too. Almost. Because this is such a short track, you can see it's about to do the teleportation. It's only damaged a little bit. It's not really at the point where it's going to pop, and we have a DDT that's going to come after it. So we want to make sure that we're really doing everything in our power to crush these things. Here it comes. There you go, now it's popped. The DDT's gone because of the spikes and everything. Now it's just the fortified ZOMGs. Now this would be where I might pop the Spirit of the Forest stuff, but I'm going to leave it as is because I think everything can handle it. Yep, there it is. Ah, it's a Boomerang Monkey, 032. So obviously, being an advanced map, you do get more higher level monkeys, and you get more cash per win. This was, I think it was 600, 660 per, which is significantly higher, even though it's only a single track on the advanced side. Well, that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back for our next video. See you there.